Hello, everybody, and welcome to week one finish. And we survived. This is what we waited for, and we finally got here. And now week one's under our belt. It's under my championship belt, my win for my undefeated pick up where we left off last year. I'm your host, JB, and as always, this year, my co-host, partner in crime, my number two in video only, Kelly. Say hi, Kelly.
Hi everybody, I'm doing just great. It's awesome being JB's best friend.
Aw, thanks, Kelly. You're my best friend too. So, what kind of a good week it was, There was some upsets, there was some fun stuff. Kind of vanilla in the league. Not a lot of thrills except for Mr. Monday Night again. Coming down to the very end, Kyle Rudolph getting just enough to edge past Andy. Eric, seriously, what the F? You almost lost to Andy. Ooh, not saying it's bad, Andy. I mean, that was, it was lineup put up good. I mean, who would have thought Andrew Luck would have absolutely just dumped the bed and Marcus Mariota would have lit up the team? When you look back, you always say, hey, oh, I should have, could have, would have played this player and I would have won. Yeah, theoretically, if you would have played Marcus Mariota over Andrew Luck, you would have won. If you would have played Marcus Mariota over Andrew Luck in, I think, any week other than the bye, probably going to make fun of you and remove your fantasy football man card because really, that should never happen. So, Andy, you did right, just didn't fall. We were rooting for you. We really, really were. Not on the pick'em. Oh no, on the pick'em we were pretty right. Everyone guessed it. 11 guessed, 1 in. Andy, congratulations on having faith in yourself. I commend it. Stupid play, but I commend having faith in yourself. Dana, how was your first week? Probably couldn't go any worse than any week I've ever seen. Not even 90 points in a PPR league. You had 2 people score 0. Yeah, 2. You had a wide receiver that scored 0. That's unheard of, right? I mean, besides the fact that he went down with an injury. But then you had a kicker that scored 0. And this year, we're probably going to see that a little bit more because of the fact that if you fall behind, you're going to go for that 2-point just a little bit more than you usually would. So those kickers are going to be null and void. That's why all those kickers, players that took a kicker early in the draft, Bob, start to realize that they're not that important anymore. I mean, yeah, they'll score you 21 points, Katie, but nonetheless, didn't get you the win, did it? And so, without further ado, let's get into week one action. Your two-time world champion defeated Moat of Urine 152.04 to 121.34. JB leads the series 5-2. The Commish, what we'll probably soon see, Mr. Monday Night, pulled out almost near upset, but pulled it off in the final minutes of Monday Night's final game. 117-72 to North Winnetka High. I don't know what that means, Andy. Change your name. Doesn't make sense. 113-82. Eric now leads the series 5-3. The Jimmy Jab games, 136.42, gives Dana her first loss ever in the league. She's 0-1. Rookie of the Year score was 82.86. Yeah, once again, 2 zeros. You cannot possibly do any worse than that. You could probably never have 2 zeros again. But congratulations on getting the blowout of the week, Dana. Welcome to the league. Sam now leads the series 1-0. Yobo Goya, 150.54 defeats Fitzpatrick's Leg, 127.14. Once again, another name that needs to change. Fitzpatrick Leg. I mean, make a jet joke about it or something. But yet, they still won. So, yeah. There you go. Might as well make it, what's his name's jaw. Oh, Geno Smith's jaw. That'd even be better. Karen now leads this series 3-1. Super Bowl baby 148.54 defeats River P97.90. Sorry, Bob, I didn't know what your original name was. Kyle's now leading this series 5-3. Seriously, folks, what's up with the Harvey Water? They both lose this week. Unbelievable. P. Luke's Trashers gets the most points of the year, 161.4. Defeats Mountain Schedule 149.02. Katie. I think I had 2 of these last year, but how crazy is it to know that you had enough points to beat just about everybody else in the league, and yet here you are in 7th place. Travis leads the series 3-2. So every week, it'll give you a little breakdown of the standings, kind of break it down for you, and so you kind of figure it out. And if you need to come ask me about it, feel free to text me. But the first number there is where you currently are ranked. So, for example, Travis is ranked first. Second name is name. The next one, the plus minus, is where you've moved up since the last ranking. Since there has been no previous ranking, you're equal. The PS stands for preseason, so Travis was ranked second in the preseason. And then the plus minus is, the second plus minus is where you move up from the preseason voting. So Travis was up 2 because he was ranked 2. So the biggest raise was Kara, preseason ranked 11, coming up to 8th. The biggest drop, John, was projected to finish 9th, or 3rd. He's currently 9th. Andy, congratulations, you're not in dead last for once. You're in 10th because the Harvey family is on bottom there at 11 and 12. Seriously, what's in the water that it makes you guys not be able to pick fantasy football? I'm more looking at Bob because Dana has an excuse. 2 people did not score points. Bob, you have no excuse. This is what's going to be like. I feel bad for your child because we're just going to have terrible fantasy football abilities. Great at everything else, just terrible fantasy football abilities. So here is your pick'em. You know, your rank, where you currently are, your name, your total overall, the parentheses is how much you scored the current week, and then the final is plus minus up from last week. Obviously everybody has equals. Andy, the only one to vote for himself. That was kind of a close thing. But I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for next year's draft. The suggestions are welcome. Please text me or just do whatever. Message on the board. So please, let's see if we can get perfect attendance. This is the first time that we've had perfect attendance on it. Let's see if we can keep going. I do want to make Pick'em a very integral part of it, just to keep everybody doing it every week. Why are we all looking at my butt? Because it's time for a segment that I call Tight Ends. This was officially what we call the week of the tight end. So here are the listings of what I foresaw was overprojected of tight ends. So I figured, 10, 11 is where you probably should get. So anything above that, what I figured it was a good week. And you look at some of these numbers, look at that. Gronkowski and Eifert, 22.4. Kelsey, 22.6. Safarian Jenkins, 29. Wynn, 26. And then a whole plethora in the, the 19 to 15. And then some stragglers down at the end there. You can see who's got him in there. You can see why it was important for some of these who's got wins. Green got picked up by Eric. Fells from Arizona got picked up by me. You can look at the last numbers there too, and this is where they were ranked in the top 95. You had 15 in the top 95 for a total of 16% of the great players were there. Gronk and Eifert at 9, Kelsey at 12, and so on and so on. Look at the top 20. There's 5 in the top 20. So kind of goes to show that could have been a good week there for some people if they would have had a better tight end. So maybe now the strategy is changing. Maybe it's now starting to look at those tight ends earlier in the draft. So as week 1 ended, we have 6 winners and we have 6 losers. And I had the curious thinking, let's go back and take a look over the years, the 6 previous years, about week 1 finishers and where they finished in the playoffs. Because the saying goes, you can't win anything in September, but you can bury yourself in September. That's obviously being our September. there only being 13 games, and it's always a quest of 7. The first win is always kind of, I thought, an important win. It sets you in the right direction. So here are some stats that may be finding kind of thrilling. If not, oh well, there you go. Here are your is week 1 important segment. In 2009, the 4 participants in the playoffs, JB, Eric, Travis, and Charlotte, all won week 1, with JB obviously winning the championship. In 2010, Bob, Troy, Travis all won. John did lose. He was the first one to lose week 1 to make it to the playoffs, and he ended up winning the championship. In 2011, Travis, Bob, Eric, and Troy all won week 1. That year, Troy won the belt. The playoffs expanded from 4 to 6, and here's where you start seeing a little bit more parity. In 2012, Troy, Sam J, and Charlie all won, while Jenny, John, and Travis lost. Sam won week 1 and won the championship. 2013 was our biggest year for losers. Jenny and Bob were the only ones to win. Travis, Eric, Kyle, and Carol all lost. Jenny eventually won the championship, even winning week 1. In 2014, JB and Eric lost. Katie, Sam B, Bob, and John all won. JB becoming the second person to lose week 1 but yet win the championship. So your 2015 first game winners, Travis, JB, Kara, Kyle, Sam B, and Eric. What holds in store for you? What is the percentages that you will make the playoffs and win? Well, as you can see, out of the 30 people that have made the playoffs, 20 of them won week 1, so a 67% chance. And out of the 6 championships, 4 won week 1. Again, 67% chance of winning it. So there you go, your interesting stat for week 1, meaning Katie, Sam J, John, Bob, and Dana, the 5 of you, 2 of you have a shot statistically at getting up into the playoff brackets to fight for a championship. So, we don't look to the past, we always look forward. So here you go, your week 2 preview. The Brown Jones Express of the two-time world champion takes on crappy name Fitzpatrick's leg. JB leads the series 5-1. The Jimmy Jab Games is going against your commish, and he'll probably soon have to change his name back to Mr. Monday Night, as for some reason he picked up the Jets defense, so it'll come down again to Monday night for Eric, like it always does. Eric leads this series 1-0. Pop quiz for you folks. Who has more? Andy Fantasy Football wins, or JPP Fingers, Thumbs, and Toes? Answer: Jason Pierre-Paul has more fingers and toes than Andy has fantasy football victories. Just putting it out there. T. Luke Strasher takes on North Winnetka High again. Terrible name. Change it, Andy. Travis, you lead this series 7-1. Yeah, don't bet on Andy this week, guys. Andy will, though. Dana looks to try to get herself out of the cellar in the overall record as she goes against Yobo Gaya. The series is obviously tied 0-0. You can't finish any worse than you did last week, Dana, and if you did, that's a crying shame. I feel bad for you. Motup Urine goes against River P. Finally, we get some good name action going here. This is what I like to see. If you want to win next year's best name, this is the kind of stuff that helps you get to it. Bob, you lead this series 5-2. And if you do the stats, this is always one of the best matchups you look forward to, just because Super Bowl baby versus Mountain Schedule. Katie has dominated this 6-0. Think about it. Since Katie's played Kyle, she's never lost. It's almost like a lock. Look at that. 6-0. Yeah, it's pretty good. Kyle, shape up, buddy. Well, there you go. There's your week 1 video all set to go. So have fun doing the pick'em. Good luck blowing your waiver wire early, and enjoy getting your ass kicked by JB and Kelly. I'm your host, JB. My co-host, Kelly, as always. We'll see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.